Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Friday, the 27th day of April. Here we go. Just a short reminder that it's a double parsha this Shabbos. We will be reading Tazria and Mitzorah together, and that will make the Torah reading a little bit longer. And just be ready for that. That's not a halacha, but a law for you today is this. You know that whenever there is a zimun, three men joining together in benching in Birkat Hamazon, the man who leads the benching says. Rabbosai Nevarech, rabbis, let us all bless together. And there's a certain couple of phrases that get said responsively there. It's written in every bencher. If there are 10 men gathered together for that benching, then the holiness of it kind of ramps up. And then the person leading the benching says, Baruch Elokeinu shachalnu mishalo. He adds the name of Elokeinu, our God. Now, here's a scenario that you need to know halachically because it sometimes happens that the person leading the benching forgets to insert the word Elokeinu. He maybe knows that there are 10 people but forgets to add in the word Elokeinu, or he actually didn't know that there were 10 people there, and the people responding to him know that there are 10 people there, and you'll actually hear some of them loudly respond, Baruch Elokeinu shachalnu mishalo t'vochayinu. They're saying that word Elokeinu. Insert God's name. There's a crowd of 10 of us here, and that's how you say it when there are 10. So the halacha that I'm just going to teach you today is if that happens, that when he introduced it, he didn't say God's name. The responders then said God's name, and if you know how Zimun works, in the final line of it, he responds as they did. So in this case, does he respond with God's name, Elokeinu, as they did? Because when he introduced it, he had forgotten to say it that way. They responded inserting God's name. How does he finalize it? And the halacha is clear. He finalizes it by saying the way they reminded him, Baruch Elokeinu shachalnu mishalo t'vochayinu. He responds as he was supposed to in the first place with God's name inserted there. But if it happens that everybody forgot about it, they didn't realize they were 10, he said it without God's name and they said it with God's name, then it's kind of done and no change can happen. It just kind of worked and the insert of God's name got left off and no correction is made. Even in his concluding line, there's a whole debate about that, but best probably to leave it out since it's a hot debate. And basically, if it got left out, benching proceeds without God's name since it got forgotten, but the Zimun actually worked. If any of these details are unfamiliar to you, please ask your rabbi about it because that's what we do here. Introduce the laws to you, and if you need a follow-up further, please do, and ask all the laws about Zimun and joining together for 3 men or more in benching. Thank you. Thanks for logging on. Log on again after Shabbos for more. Bye-bye.